Volunteer work is a great way to give back to communities. It is, however, hard and grueling work sometimes, so not a lot of people want to give up their free time to help out. Volunteering should be required to a certain extent so our communities will improve and there will be enough people to cover all the jobs that need to be done in our communities. Most of the time, people do not willingly want to do extra work. I know I don't, especially when they already have busy lives and other things on their agendas to do. If a certain amount of volunteer work was required, it would help eliminate this need and the problems that arise with finding people to work. In an article by Mark Joseph titled, "America Does Not Have Enough Volunteers," written in 2018, he says that only 25.3% of Americans volunteer. This is a strikingly small amount compared to the population that exists in the United States. There are many tasks that need to be completed around our communities, doing things such as trash pickup, helping with a food drive, cleaning your local church, or simply assisting any organization that you like would greatly help and allow you to give back to your community in a positive way. Sparing just a few hours here and there in your day, even if they are mandatory, could go a long ways towards improvements. A lot of people may believe that volunteering cannot be fun or even beneficial for themselves, but in reality, it really can. In an article titled "How I Found Purpose in Retirement," written by Susan Miller on the Volunteer Match website, she explains how when she retired, she had so much spare time. She wanted to help others, and as a result, she decided to volunteer. She describes how it changed her life and how much she enjoyed doing it. Susan says that she met some amazing friends that she would have never known had she decided not to volunteer. Many people do not realize the benefits of volunteering. If citizens were required to volunteer, they would be able to experience things like Susan did. They could build connections and make friends that can potentially help them in the future. Volunteering also builds character. It reveals how well you can follow directions and get jobs done correctly. It looks great on college applications and applications for potential jobs also. There is a vast need for volunteers in the United States. Mandatory volunteer hours could help fulfill this need. In an article titled 25 Volunteer Statistics, published by Volunteer Hub in 2019, it says that there are over 1.8 million active nonprofits in the United States alone. All of these nonprofit organizations need help, but sometimes they're unable to pay everyone that comes and volunteers or even just works for them. Mandatory volunteering is a solution. By making people sign up to do these jobs and to volunteer and require that they give their time, the effectiveness of these nonprofits could greatly increase. With more people, they could spread their influence over a larger area and impact more people in general. People today are way more busy. By requiring volunteer hours, we allow them to pre-plan and ask off and make arrangements to help. It will also allow them to be more informed on how many more volunteering jobs are needed and hopefully encourage them to volunteer more than just what required of them. As someone who has volunteered in the past, I can testify that it is hard to want to volunteer when you cannot find something that you are interested in to work with. If volunteer work was required, we could provide access to many more organizations of interest to these people, and hopefully they will actually enjoy and want to volunteer, and not just do it because it is a requirement. Volunteer rates are declining. In an article by Tess Cerebro in 2018 and published by Industry Research Volunteers, it says that the volunteer rate has been declining by 2% every 4 years since 2000. By requiring a certain amount of volunteer work, we help combat this issue and make our communities a better place, all at the same time.